Okay, I went a little bit over, as you can see, on my 15-minute limit, so we're going to cut off a couple minutes by cutting for the part where Mazel was eating at the end. We're just going to skip past that. You'll see. Okay, I have a guest on. Since I woke up kind of angry, I have somebody that really likes the new content that would like to explain it. I'm going to try it in front of you guys, but I will give you guys my 2 cents at the end of his perspective. I'm just gonna start part timing. Go, Mazel.
Okay. The biggest thing that obviously you were not a huge fan of was the part time actual jobs, the way it affected them. But I'm actually a pretty big fan of where the way it actually worked. I feel like it worked the better for the better overall because it gives you more points, which means you can get more of the rewards from these part time jobs. Now, the important thing from a lot of these is there's a good amount of assorted part-time goods that you can get that are key for barter commerce. At least any of the better barter commerce that's actually like reliably ones that are good to do. And trust me, I know a lot about how to deal with commerce in the first place. I've been in the top 100 for the last few seasons, and last season I was even also in the top 100 on one of my alt characters, which it's hard enough to do that on just one. I did it on two. But anyway, a lot of the items the biggest items you would want would be involving like say like the clothing store part-time jobs where you could get things like say fine silk, which is an important barter good. But there's also a part-time job in Main Maka that you could do, which is like the puppetry one, which is kind of it's hard to explain. You don't actually do any puppetry in it, but you do like alchemy or carpentry stuff in it. But you do it for a part puppetry NPC. The important items for these are the tough string and tough thread, both incredibly important barter goods. So very good if you're planning to do a lot of good barter commerce. But also a third item, which is the Marionette 500 HP potions, which are another item you need a good chunk of for the barter commerce. You know, these are part of the important barters to do. Another one that is item that is good also is if you do the bookstore in Dunbarton with Ira to get the like the magic quill pens, which are another one you need a good chunk of them. You need at least 15 of them farmed up for each week that you're doing barter commerce as well. Those are also technically though a good thing to get because you also need these quill pens for the purpose of making glyphs, might I add, which glyphs can be very useful and is another set of skills you probably want to train up as well. But you can do assorted good things with them, but like one of them, if you make enough glyphs, you can get one that restores a lot of HP, MP, and stamina, for example. And there's ones you can do that do like damage over time effects to enemies in the circles.
Sounds really good. Sounds really good. Personally, I admit I was a little bit of a Debbie Downer this morning. I have to say one thing I do definitely like is that new inventory bag. Look at this bad boy, fucking huge.
Ah,
I like
yes,
that.
of course. It's a new inventory space in the Soul Stream inventory.
Yep. I also like the free extra equipment slots. Like I already had one with VIP, but I got another one in a ticket, which is 11 right now because I haven't set it to what it's gonna be. And I think I'm almost ready to turn in. Nope, I get to chill here for a little bit. And let's take a look at the time. See if we're staying on track. Yeah, we got 10 minutes left of the show, you guys. Personally, I really, like I said, I am not a real fan of what Korea does with their limited time content, but I can see where people can get the value of combining all the part-time jobs together. They get the exorbitant amount of rewards. So I'm trying it right now. I'm trying not to be a Debbie Downer, as they call them. I also got the part-time job that you could be doing. If you don't like this job, you can always mix it up with holy water. Now, holy water is selling for almost 700k a stack because of the with the changes that they did. It was selling for 1 mil to 400. I mean 1 mil to like 4 mil this morning. So I picked me up some of this, and I was gonna go fuck with that. Thought I'd just give you guys a heads up. Right now, I'm kind of in it for the braids. I'm kind of in it for the like fabric. Kind of in it for that tough string. The fabric you can turn into tough string anyhow. The ice uh stuff, it looks pretty interesting. Can you make gloves with that, you think? Or do you need to get other shit?
What's that?
The when you turn it in, like one of the items is, I believe, let me start the conversation. I'll tell you. Part-time job report now. One of the items is frost thread. So is that the stuff that you can make like the gloves with?
I believe so. I think he. That's actually a good question. Give me a sec. I will tell you in a sec exactly what you can use it for. Frost threads. So you use them to make ice silk. So you use ice silk in order to make the there you go. There's the thing. You can, yes, use them to make the rosemary gloves, which are the things you need in order to pick up the sword of Elsinore.
And also to be able to do better ice magic, right?
I would imagine, but I just know you have to have them in order to pick to actually obtain the Sword of Elsinore, and here's the catch 22. You still have to wear them in order to use the Sword of Elsinore. You cannot equip the Sword of Elsinore without these gloves on.
Now, with those gloves on, I believe you do a little bit extra ice damage, if I'm not mistaken.
I would imagine. Let me see. Yes, increases ice type magic damage by 15%.
Yep. So that sounds perfect if you want to start building those for your ice magic, like you hailstorm motherfuckers up in here. The ice spear motherfuckers. Your fusion bolt motherfuckers. Ooh, that would be so nice with the fusion bolt. Not gonna lie, that ice fire would probably clap real hard. The only thing I get down is that freaking single-handed enchant for freaking a wand is like literally 6 bill right now because you get it from Bree, and I'm just like, damn, damn. But that's like the only thing gatekeeping me from like wanting to explore Fusion Bolt because I love Fusion Bolt. I love the way it feels, but unfortunately, the damage you had to really invest in, like a EK, you had to go all the way. Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Okay.
that's not one I use myself because I'm more of the mindset of using int magic like thunder.
Yep. Thunder is such a really good utility for getting your mana back. I'm actually impressed, especially if you're a Dark Diviner.
Yep. Especially if you use an ego staff of some kind. So a spirit weapon, basically.
Yep. I admit, I used to have, I am a Dark Diviner at Link 10. Character, wait, it's not, it's in talents. Yeah, as you can see, Link 10. But I admit, this is one thing I will tell the audience that I've been falling in love with, is this headpiece. It is just delicious, because, like, I can do the full view. Yeah, you can see that shit will restore your mana, just like using Thunder. But here's the difference. You don't have to connect. And you can also heal your HP with this bad boy. So when you pair it with the ERG 50, that shit gets disgusting. And with your Vega, but in all honesty, if you had like the Liberator scythe, that's 3 pierce plus the enchant that goes on it, which is another 3 pierce. After that, you don't need the Vega. Okay, with that said and done, I'll do this part-time job. I'm gonna deliver this shit to Glennis. And also, just so we're fair to Nexon, other than the inventory space, was there anything else you liked?
Ah, there was a couple things. There's the inventory space. There's obviously the barter commerce goods you get from certain part times. I liked the idea also that you could you get more points from part time jobs in general. So this can also help you in getting more holy water because you get more points for that as well.
Speaking of which, that's what sold and that's what was on the screen. You keep on having good timing with that, good sir.
Okay.
Don't let me stop you. Keep going.
I mean that is pretty much the gist of it that I can bring to my mind that I can remember right now. And unfortunately, my memory is not great.
That is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. I'm personally on the fence. Like I see the value of like mixing these part-time jobs with multiple characters, but I want my gem farm back. Give me my fucking gem farm back. So that's how I feel about it. Like I think this is a great resource definitely for barter, and if you like the way I feel about it and the reason why I sit on the fence on it, like if you combine the part-time jobs, I think that it keeps up kind of with Cousins with the previous ban, because the previous ban you could only use 4 characters for a part-time job in a day, and then they switched it to unlimited, which made the gem part-time job OP. Like, oh my god! Especially since, just to give you guys a heads up, 3 5 centimeter gems make the leather recipe. It does other things too, but it will give you those straps, those leathers, those wood boards, those tough strings. It's delicious. And now we just enter the last part-time job, and that's pretty much it. Yay, I can get the erg materials now. Yeah. So how does the point system work? Does now, unfortunately, he would have gone into it. Just to put it short, you get more points as you do the job. You're welcome.